officially spooky season in my mind, even though we have a good couple months. But I said, you know what? I don't know what kind of videos to film, so let's just do something spooky. And that is what we're doing today. I love Halloween. I love the spooky season. It is genuinely probably one of the best things about being a human being is getting the experience of experiencing Halloween, in my opinion. If you guys don't know, I do makeup, and not only do I do makeup, but every Halloween for the past 4 years now, I have been dedicating the entire month of October to posting different looks based off of themes that I choose for that year. My first year doing it, I did Universal's original monsters. The second year, I did Marvel characters, the Marvel Avengers characters, and then the third year, I did Harry Potter. For the fourth year, I did horror classics, and this year, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I'm kind of panicking because it's August, and usually this is the month that I get all the props that I need, and then next month is when I start to do all the looks. But that doesn't seem like reality right now. This year, I'm going to pay tribute to my previous years, and I'm going to give you tutorials for looks that I've already done that I didn't do tutorials on. Some of them, not all of them, because I did do quite a lot. To start off this beautiful spooky season, I am going to be turning myself into my creation of Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, and Frankenstein from the Monster High franchise. If you guys don't know what Monster High is, I am judging you very, very hardly. I'm going to shut my trapper because this is going to take a lot of work, and I'm going to just jump right into the makeup part. Hopefully this is focused because your girl don't feel like messing with the camera today. Starting off, I'm going to take a white eyeliner and I'm going to divide the parts of my face that I want to be stitched. That makes sense because I want it to look like a different people's faces stitched together to make this one. So let's see. The fun thing about this look is that you do not have to be precise or perfect with it. You just kind of have to have like an idea and really go for it. Alright, and then we'll do like a little across the neck action. So where all of these lines are, we're going to have different colors in each of those spots. I have these little containers. We're going to mix the colors. So I'm using mostly cream paints and foundation and eyeshadows to make the base. So I'm going to take this lime green. I'm going to take a little bit of it on a spatula. I don't know how much I'm going to need, but I am also going to be adding this to the body as well. So we're going to add a good portion of that. And then I'm going to take a little bit of foundation to give it like a flesh color. I'm using this old Maybelline one that I have. I'm taking an eyeshadow palette that I don't really use that often anymore. And I'm just going to find a pigment that matches. So for this one, I'm going to use the shade Leaf. The fun part about this like Frankenstein creature kind of look is that you can really just do whatever you desire. You can really let the creativity run and do whatever you want because, I mean, you can try to look like the Bride of Frankenstein. You can try to keep it to the classics, but for me, I find a lot of enjoyment trying to do my own type of creation. I like making it my own. So just the FYI, you guys do not have to stick to what's already been done. You can really let your creative juices flow for this because no one is judging you. I'm definitely not judging you. In fact, I will be judging you if you don't. And I feel like it's easier to create things when you don't have a limit to what you're creating. I have this so far for the base color, and to start off, I'm just going to go right into the lower part of my face and apply this throughout where I have that white line. I always save my busted, dirty sponges that I've overused for this exact moment because, I don't know, I feel like it comes in handy. Like, instead of having to always buy new sponges, I just use old ones. I don't know if that's necessarily the cleanliest thing to do, but that's what I do. So when I first ever did this look, what inspired me to do it was because when I was like 21, I believe, I turned 21, that was the first year I ever did these themed looks. It was during COVID era, and what really inspired me to do it was I had like a very nostalgic moment when I dived back into Monster High. So I watched all the old like web series and I fell in love. So that inspired me to do like the original monsters. I had them in mind. If it wasn't for Monster High, I would not have the love for being creative and filming and stuff like that. And also makeup, like SFX makeup, if it wasn't for Monster High. I have a little Frankie, oh she dusty as hell, that I keep on my makeup dresser to remind me. This is like the original, oh my gosh, she is dusty. This is the original wave, first wave of Monster High. She's so slay though. Like, y'all can't hate on Monster High because they ate. Like, I love them so much. And I keep her on my makeup desk. So every time I do my makeup, I look at her and I remember like what inspired me to really do this, because that inspired me to start doing these themed looks. And I feel like the themed looks, like the horror looks I do every year, are really what give me a name for myself. For the next shade that I'm going in with, I made like this nude kind of pink. So I'm gonna add that to this section of my face. Now I'm not too worried about it meshing together because where I did that white line is where I'm going to add stitches later. Like I said, I want this to look like a whole bunch of different parts of skin, like different people's flesh kind of stitched together. So it's kind of creating this like odd reaction where it's like some parts are green, some parts are like a fleshy pink kind of color. I wanted it to be more purple, more like lavender, so I might go in with a little bit more purple and fix that. Frankenstein, I think, is one of the first, I'm not saying he's the first, but he is definitely up there with like one of the first like horror characters. So when I did my first ever theme, the goal was to like, I wanted to start with like the original scary crew. You know, I did like Dracula, Medusa, I did the Creature of the Blue Lagoon, and really made them my own, which was amazing. Like, I had so much fun doing it, and it really sparked a whole new love for makeup for me. Like, I love doing pretty makeup. I love being a pretty girl, but I love being a creepy girl more. I'm here for the people who like to celebrate the creepy things in life throughout the entirety of the year. That is why I do what I do, because I want y'all to recognize me as your spooky queen. Well, now for the next mixture, it looks very similar to the green that we made earlier, but this one is more of a mint bluish shade, or at least I'm hoping it will be. I might go back in with some more blue pigment just to make sure that it doesn't match the other one. To highlight or conceal, I'm just going to take that white cream paint and I'm going to pray that this doesn't ruin everything. I'm going to put a little bit on this side, and then we're going to go back in. And blend that out. To set my face, I'm going to be using paint everywhere. This Airspun setting powder. This Airspun setting powder. Now just take the other side of that sponge and don't worry about using too much. You kind of need to for this look, because these liquid paints really do. They're grease, I believe. I believe they're grease paints, so they do smudge a lot. So I'm going to set every spot that I've placed makeup on. Make sure when you are blending it out, you're tapping lightly, because with the grease paint, it will smear. If you can't tell, it's starting to get patchy in some spots. Usually when it comes to SFX, the best setting powder to use is like a white, but I don't have that right now, so I'm using a translucent one, which works perfectly for this because it gives it, once again, that flesh tone. It has a little bit of a flesh, like a natural light pigment to it, so it really kind of blends it all together and makes it look like at the end of it, it once was a human skin. And that's what we're really going for here. It's giving very demure. Feel a little bit like Shrek with the green on my neck. To contour this part, I'm probably going to go in with like a maroon shade. That's perfect. That's perfect. Really trying my best to avoid the green. Alright guys, so now I'm going to do the eyeshadow. Let's do that. I'm going to do 2 different colors, obviously, on each eye. So I'm going to prime my eyelids with this P. Louise eye primer base. I did my eyebrows already. I just basically turned them white and brown. I did this to kind of pay tribute to the original Bride of Frankenstein and also the first Frankenstein look I did. I did eyebrows similar to this one. Going in with this Norvina palette, I'm just going to mess around with some colors. I'm going to try to keep the eyes very, very simple because I do not feel like doing much. I'm going to take the B1 shade, which is this shade right here, and I'm going to buff that on the outside of the crease. This matches the face very well. Next, I'm going to take this A5 shade in the corner here and buff that together. And then I'm going to take this B4 shade here, and I'm going to put that on the outside of the crease once again to darken it. And buff those shades together. And then lastly, I'm going to take this B3 shade. It's a pink glimmer, a pink shimmer, and I'm just going to add that to the lid, going back in with that dark purple just to blend it together. I am going to add a little bit of black just to add more depth to the eyelid. That's the D5 shade on the corner. And put that on the outside of the crease. And then once more, going in with that A5, the A5 shade. I'm going to blend all of this together. And that would be the one eye. So I'm going to take like a turquoise kind of blue and do the same thing that I did with the other eye to this eye. I am using the James Charles palette, but I don't like promoting James Charles on my page, so I'm gonna tell you guys to improvise with any other palette. Sorry if any of you guys actually like James Charles. I just really don't support him, and I don't want to support him on my channel. I have done videos using this palette a lot. I've had it for a long time, so my goal is to really just use it up. And it does have a lot of colors that I need a lot of the time, so that's why I still use it. However, I will show you this palette. It's really good. It's Alma Blues. This is the palette I used in my last video. I'm taking this aqua shade, which is this one. And I'm also going to be adding that into the crease. Can you tell my energy levels are decreasing? I need to preserve my energy for the rest of the body paint and the photo shoot and the shoot and the pictures I'm going to be taking. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going to take this D4 shade. That's that dark blue there. I'm going to take that like glimmer, the shimmery icy blue shade from the James Charles palette. And then taking some black and doing the same thing that I did with this other eye with this one. This is basically it for the eyeshadow. Very easy, very, very simple. I'm going to let my camera charge a little bit. And I'm going to do like the eyeliner and lashes. And I'll come back and we'll start doing more detailing to the face. Every time I put lashes on, it fucks me. It fucks me. So if you see a mistake, girl, no you did not. No you did not. There is no mistakes over on this channel. So y'all mind your P's and Q's and your Q's and your P's. If you can see on this side, I did the stitches. I'm going to show you how I did it. I outlined the colors, the separation with a matching dark pigment. And now I'm going to go in with a black eyeliner, a black liquid liner. It doesn't matter which one you use. It doesn't have to be liquid. It can be a felt tip, whatever you prefer. But I'm going to show you how I do this part, and hopefully I can show you accurately. We're just going to trace that line. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some white paint and add that. This will help the skin look pinched at the stitch part. Alright, and then what I do at this part is I'm going to take a blending brush and go over the white. For lips today, I'm going to be using this. So this is a lip liner in Black Walnut. This is a lipstick from Mary Kay in the shade Midnight Red. And then this is a Morphe lip gloss, but I'll probably add this later on when I have the whole look together. I'm gonna take this little lip brush. So this is it for the makeup portion. I'm going to go paint the rest of my body, and I'm going to go do my hair, figure out what to do with it, and come back and end off this video once I finish my little photo shoot and everything. So make sure you guys go over to Instagram and you go over to TikTok and you go and show me some love over there, because I will be posting the final pictures on Instagram, and I'll also be making some TikToks and posting them on TikTok. So I better see you guys here, there, and there. Okay? Thank you. We'll be back. We'll be back to show the final results. This is the final look. I do have to paint my hands, so I'm just gonna do that while I do the outro, because I'm getting tired and I have to shower and take pictures and all that fun stuff. I hope that this tutorial was helpful if anyone was looking to recreate it or anything like that. If not, then at least I hope it was entertaining. I hope it brought some joy to the people watching. I love doing looks like this, even though I'm fucking exhausted. I genuinely don't know where I'd be if it wasn't for all the beautiful people who support my channel and my account. You guys give me purpose. You guys give me reason to keep going. So thank you so much to everyone watching. Make sure you guys subscribe, because I do film videos and post them regularly every week. I'm gonna try to make every video leading up to the end of the year a tutorial based on looks that I've done before. This look was so fun to create. It's so cute. I really love how it turned out. I love the hair, and I genuinely can't wait to take pictures, even though I'm beyond tired right now. I don't know if you guys can see, but one of my eyes are blue to give the effect of like using two different people's eyes to make this Frankenfreak. Make sure you guys are following me on my other social media platforms, especially during these holiday times, because usually that's when I post all the final looks and everything. I always post like my little photo shoots and stuff. I hope you guys are excited for this spooky season, because I am. I go hard during the spooky season, and even if I don't have the budget, I'm still going to do everything I can to make sure I give you guys the utmost special spooky season, because if you're like me, then you really love the spooky times, and I want to make sure that you guys get your fix of spookiness. I love you guys. Make sure you subscribe and like this video and comment, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.